So I do things a little crazy around here to start, but I'm going to have you close your eyes down. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together because I know I personally need it.
I needed to.
Let's go ahead. Let's close our eyes down. On your next inhale, take a big, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Fill your belly, fill your ribs, fill your chest, the very top roof of your mouth. Breathe, hold, and then a big open mouth exhale. Let's let it all go. Good. 2 more times. Big, slow, deep breath in through our nose. Breathe, hold at the top, and then a big open mouth exhale. Let it all go. 1 more time. Fill it up all the way. Breathe, hold, and let it all go out. Whenever you're ready, tuck your chin down towards your chest, and then blink your eyes open. Welcome back.
Yay. Wow. That was so good.
I know, it's always so
I
nice
made it. That was so good.
to just take a little moment, take a breath, relax for a moment, because I know that this can be a little stressful. We have the lights on, we have the mics on, things are crazy. But with that being said, Natasha, I am literally so excited to have you on. This is so fun and exciting for me. I love being in your beautiful space.
You like it?
Oh my God.
The pink, too pink.
The pink is incredible. And it's like the perfect tone of pink. It's very,
Mellow, soothing.
yes, very zen, very calming. Just like we were talking about earlier, we have that. So, with it being the second season of Breath Sessions, and we're starting it off with a big bang in your beautiful space.
Oh, well, thank you for coming.
Oh my God, it's so fun. And you have an incredible team here in Houston. And it's just been such a joy to learn more about you, to learn more about the company. And now I kind of want to hear a little bit about you and your story.
Okay.
You have built this company called BurdLife, and it is a beautiful jewelry brand. But I feel like it's also so much more than just that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Natasha, tell me how we got here.
Oh my goodness. Where do I even take you? I will say, yes, firstly, I do want to acknowledge the team. I have the absolute best team. This would not have been able to happen if it wasn't for them, your team, you. So I'm happy that you came by. As far as BurdLife started long before, obviously, when the retail store happens. It says that, the silent days or the silent years, like nobody sees that. I used to do pop-ups, markets, farmers market, wherever. I always say, like, whenever people ask me, like, what did you do before opening a store? Did you just open the store? No, like, I need to make money, to open a big store. And this is where we're sitting. This is our first baby. This opened during COVID 2020. But before that, just a lot of pop-ups, a lot of markets, a lot of farmers market, wherever there were people in garages, like wherever there were people, I was there. What's also funny is I would send my mom to one, dad to one, because, I just wanted to be everywhere. So that's how it started.
Oh my gosh. So why jewelry? How did you get into jewelry? How did that become the way to make your initial first, bundle of cash, essentially?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like jewelry's always been a part of my identity. I'm Pakistani, Muslim. Um, I always take, like, jewelry means so much more than what it looks on you, but what it also does for you. Growing up, we were never well off. So it was always like a safety net for us. Whatever jewelry you buy or you're gifted, from your mom, your dad, your grandma. And then also like the small pieces that you collect in your jewelry box, as we say, the heirlooms is a safety net, in my opinion, is something that, you can really fall back on. It's always going to be there. It's so much more meaningful than, yeah, I would say jewelry is literally in my blood. It's everything for me and everything to me.
I love that. So for those who don't know much about BurdLife or a lot about the brand, tell me a little bit about the jewelry. Did you start with an heirloom piece or a kind of like honor piece that you started with and you worked from there? Tell me a little bit about it.
I would say so. Initially, when we started, like I said, it was like more of a pop up where I would take scraps of jewelry and chains. And at these pop ups, I would, I mean, there busy times, there's slow times. I would literally be making jewelry for me. I'm like, I'm bored. What do I do? I would just be making jewelry on me, making necklaces, bracelets, lariats, and just like decking myself out. And people would see and they're like, Tasha, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, like I'm just like working. I'm just whatever. Like, do you want something? And they're like, would you make that for us without a clasp? Because I hate chunky, bold. I mean, I love bold, but I would say I hate like just anything that shouldn't be seen. In my opinion, it's like, why do we even need it? So like question that. So I would always be making it on me. And then slowly when people would walk by, they're like, Tasha, like, I love that chain. Can you make it for us? So I would literally be making on people, checking them out, stacking, all of that. So yeah, I feel like curiosity, like a lot of curiosity where how are things made? What do I want? What do people want? People come and ask me, Natasha, could you make us this? Could you make us this in white? Could you make us this in opal or turquoise or emeralds? It's just like a lot of curiosity. It's like seeing what people want, what I want,
Mhm.
what's trending. But it's a lot. I feel like it was just natural to me. Just came to me. I started making it, and yeah.
God, I love that so much because I feel like you mentioned earlier, as far as like having those like heirloom pieces, but also something that you can help dress up an outfit and make you just feel that much more elevated, I feel like is so important, especially for women these days. It's how can you have your sense of not only style, but have your personality shine
Hmm.
if you don't know how to do that with your clothes.
Yeah.
There's certain areas that you walk into in life and you're like, "Oh, I can't dress maybe the way I wanna dress, so I can allow my
Elevate. Yeah.
jewelry to elevate
Speak for
everything."
itself. Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's the beauty about jewelry, right? How they say, like, even if you have jeans and a really casual tee with a pop of necklace or a statement earring or a bunch of dainty little necklaces, or even one like I have today, the identity necklace, I feel like it could be anything that you want it to be. And when you visit our stores, if you ever visit our stores, even anything you like on the floor, you can take it to the permanent jewelry section and make it literally anything that you had wished for. Could turn a necklace into a ring, could turn a ring into a pendant, could turn charms into anklets, anything that you envision. And that's why it's very much like you come to the store, you spend so much time, you walk out with exactly how you always envision that, oh my goodness, I wish I had that. I feel like we're just making those wishes come true, hopefully, one
Mhm.
store at a time. But yeah.
No, I love that so much, and even noticing when I came in yesterday
Mhm.
to start the process of setting up for this, it was so incredible to see so many women from all different types of backgrounds,
Mhm.
ages. I mean, you had multiple generations of women
Yeah.
coming in
Mhm.
to get those permanent bracelets, to get permanent anklets, to get their ears I mean, it was so incredible for me to see how community has come into this retail space now that you've built. So tell me, we started with jewelry
Okay.
and now we're in this kind of permanent world now of creating these permanent pieces,
Mhm.
but also the ear piercing and everything like that. So how did we start from the jewelry and then how did we expand into having all these other services as well? Because
Mhm.
that takes a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think it's, when we opened the store, which was during COVID, right? Everything was shut down. We opened November 2020, and that was a really strange time because at that time we were still just selling jewelry. It wasn't anything custom pieces. Yes, like I could do custom pieces, but I definitely wanted this to be where people walk in and buy the pieces that we've already created, designed. But during COVID, I saw a shift in what people were craving and what I was craving, a community. Like we were so far away from everything that we had known, a community, like hanging out with our friends, our grandmas, our mom, our sisters, cousins, whatever it is. So on opening day, we were like, okay, Natasha, like what should we do to bring a community back together? Obviously, COVID regulations, we followed all of those. So just making sure we were listening to people and also the time that we were at. So I thought, okay, why don't we do piercings that day? we'll do some piercings. And it just went viral. We had like a line outside the door. And from that day, every single day, we had lines outside the door. So like the piercings happened. And then I'm like, okay, like what's another thing that I can add? Then it's one of those things, it's, you're thinking and you're like, I always created pieces on this spot. Should I add permanent jewelry or should I add jewelry making in the store? So introduce that poster on TikTok in real time. And I'm like, okay, I'll be doing this and just post it. Went viral again, just I feel like everything that we do or everything that I think and I want to do is in the moment that feels right for me, that flows with the concept of a bird life, never changing who we are, but also evolving with time. What are people really asking for? What are people really craving? What am I craving? What is missing from my jewelry box? So going back to, because, we're girls, we love, I mean, even guys, like, don't get me wrong, my fiance is decked out in jewelry.
Stop. You're kidding.
Yeah, like
Oh,
he
I love
loves
this.
jewelry too. So yeah, I mean, I feel like may that be like, the grandmas or the newborns. Cause I feel like I always say we're the people that people like the families or these mothers and these kids are going to remember us from the time they're born because we do piercings, the first piercing to the grandma's piercing when it's their granddaughter's 16th birthday.
Mhm.
Like how sweet to be part of those moments and do permanent jewelry with them. But yeah, so just evolving with time and seeing where I want to take this brand, what I want, what people want, a bit of everything.
God, I love how you spoke to all of this because I really feel like that's how you build a successful brand. You build brands by creating not only what you need, but then you also see the necessity of what people want as well.
Hmm.
And to create community around jewelry and create that experience for people to walk away with of, oh wow, I got this at BurdLife how many years ago
Yeah.
or months ago. And oh, I'll never forget this memory that I had with my mother or my grandmother or my fiance, whatever those things are. I feel like that is what creates the longevity of a
Mhm.
business.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I do yesterday when you came by, I don't know if you saw this mother and daughter, they were getting piercings. They got like a bunch of rings and then they're like, Tasha, like you have this like evil eye stud. We want to get pierced with it. And they sat down again to get like another service. And then they sat down and did permanent jewelry. And I was like, wait, like where, how did you guys learn about us? And they were like, we used to do a lot of events in the store. We still do a lot of events, but we did um a drag queen bingo event right outside the store. I just come back from Denver and I saw bingo night happening in Denver and I was like, oh my goodness, how fun is that? So I will say, I feel like being an owner and such a small business and such a small brand, in my opinion, you can really do anything that you see along the way, that you travel and you take back with you.
Mhm.
And having a team that supports and it's like, oh my goodness, let's do it. Cause like with me, I always tell my social media team and the marketing team too, it's like, you're always going to be thrown with so many ideas. You just have to be able to do it because it's like I want to do it all and be all, but then also it's like, I just evolve with me. Just
Mhm.
go along with me. I promise you in the end it will all make sense. But yeah, so like that family there, like they came to that, which was 5 years ago when we had just opened this location. I'm like, wow, like you're still here. Like how blessed to be able to create a team or community who are following along with you and still supporting you and still love the pieces and still love the jewelry. They still had the permanent jewelry from day one. I mean, it just gave me chills.
Wow.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this. Now, as an entrepreneur and a female entrepreneur, there's so many things and so many directions, like you said, you can take your business in. How do you choose what to do next when you want to do it all?
I think gut feeling. You know, a lot of is a gut feeling, this like deep innate need of being in a certain market, when I travel or when I see other brands also where they're opening, because they have bigger teams. They've done their work, they've done their homework. Not saying people, I mean, I will say the more I speak to people, it's more what comes back is like everyone's just trying to figure it out. No one really has it together. So, yes, like seeing what other people are doing and what makes sense for your brand. Um, but evolving with time and seeing like what speaks to me, what I want to do. Even like locations, I always go to locations myself and multiple times, different days of the time, different seasons of, um, the time to see, okay, how many people are actually shopping there? Who's shopping there? Are people walking out with bags or people just like window shopping? So I think like that is crucial that I I will say like people who do want to open retail stores do make sure like you go and see, are people just walking out window shopping, or are they people like walking out with shopping bags? 'Cause like that's when you're making money.
Mhm.
People are just walking out and doing like malls. I worked at malls and there are a lot of like mall walkers. Are they the ones who are shopping? They're not. So that's not the crowd that you want. But yeah, just those things like visit, see, gut, everything, God,
Yeah,
big
truly.
God. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way when it comes to anything business related. If I don't listen to that gut response, I feel like
Mhm,
it always kind of not bites me in the ass, but it's
mhm.
always kind of like, ooh, should have listened to that.
Should have. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we started in Houston with this beautiful retail space. How have you expanded
Mhm,
since this time?
mhm. So we opened our second location in Nashville last year, was mid last year on 12 South. It is, oh my goodness, so much fun. I just came back from there. But yeah, we opened Nashville and just slowly growing the team, slowly growing the brand, retail, footprint. But yeah, Nashville opened last year.
Incredible. Now, a huge part of any entrepreneurship journey and obviously working in retail, you have to have people that you trust.
Hmm.
The staff that not only supports beautiful spaces like this to keep them alive and awake in energy, but also to keep you afloat.
Hmm.
How have you been able to find the right people to help listen to your gut in the process of all of this growth that you've had over the past? I mean, not only opening your second space in Nashville, but over the past 5, now almost 6 years coming up. Crazy.
Years, yeah. I think what I did good, and I think quite honestly, I don't even think I did. What God did was give me a younger sister. I can't even tell you how blessed and how full I feel with her. So when I started the brand, and she's been part of it from day one, even the farmers market, like I said, I would send my mom to one, dad to one, my younger sister to one, my older sister to another, and do like two in a day, like myself.
Ah,
So it was like a full family, so it's honestly the family, but my younger sister specifically, so she does operations and payroll, HR, basically the all of it. So having someone that you can really close your eyes, not in the sense like, okay, my eyes are never closed, obviously, because this is end of the day, something that I really need to always be aware of what's happening ins and outs. But with her, because she's such an integral part of the brand, I can some days shut off my, head. I trust her. And yes, it's taken time with the team, but today, sitting in this seat, I cannot tell you how blessed I feel to be able to leave Houston and focus on Nashville. And then we're opening other locations. So being able to trust a team and create a team who also wants to grow with us, but who believes in this brand as much as I do. I think yesterday was, I mean, you talk to the team all the time, but seeing people in action, and you also saw us in action, and that's when you felt like, okay, this is the energy of BurdLife. But seeing my team in action, passionate about helping the customers, when it gets busy, they're like, no, no, I don't even need a break, which we give breaks. Everybody needs to take a break, and everybody does take a break. But I'm just saying, like, someone who really believes in this brand and works their butt off is always putting the customers first, always like hearing, okay, you want another piercing, you want another permanent jewelry? Yes, I got you. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Just people who believe in you and want to grow with you and create this big company, hopefully one day with you. Today we have a really, really good team. Yeah.
God, that's so incredible. And it speaks to who you are as a leader, the people that are underneath you that I always see. If the people underneath you are happy, that is such a reflection of how you are not only treating your people, but also treating yourself. So, with that being said, how do you take care of yourself in business when things are busy and hectic and there's so much growth and expansion? What do you do to support
I
yourself?
work.
Yeah.
I only work. I am the kind of person who, I mean, I will tell you exactly what I did when I opened the first store. So it was November 2020. I worked every single day. I'm not kidding. Not 5 days a week, not 6 days a week, not seven and a half, like six and a half. I worked every single day from morning, from 6 o'clock in the morning. I would come to the store till like sometimes 9 o'clock. I would leave. It would be my birthday, and it was my birthday one time, and we had like a private event in the store. And I had a full birthday party like planned. Like my friends were surprising me, and the party was supposed to start at 7 o'clock. I did not get out of the store till 11 p.m. because we had a party going on. And I go home and they're like, Natasha. And I was like, I saw it myself because I'm like, I feel so accomplished. I feel so good where I am. But I was just praying. I was like, God, I need a team. I still need a team. When will I have that team? Taking care of myself, like when, but the same cycle runs. Then I opened Nashville and it felt like, oh my goodness, I was starting over, which you are because every baby needs its own time and, focus. I worked every single day for 7 months. I live in New York, so I don't even live in Houston or Nashville, but I was in Nashville. So for 7 months, worked every single day. I feel like because I love what I do, I think that is the only way I can function at such intensity, attention a lot. As my fiance, like I need a lot of attention, but at the same time, I don't need a lot to be happy.
Mhm.
Like I'm not materialistic. I need money in the bank, obviously, but then at the same time, like, and that only shows the business is doing good. But at the same time, I'm not someone who needs, I don't know. I was telling you I painted my nails in the car this morning because I'm like, I had no time to get my nails done because you were working. But I think like because I freaking love what I do. I love this so much. I love my people so much. I love my business so much. I love the team that I have so much that I also want to come in and help them out. I want to be there for them. And I also want to show them that, hey, you're not working. I promise I'm always working. I'll always be there for you too. And just, changing the your own name too, family name.
Mm.
I want to take, I want people to be able to remember my dad or my family through, we were also successful. But yeah.
Ugh. There's so many things that I want to touch on that you spoke on, but I think one of the biggest things is the legacy that you spoke
Mhm.
to last about this. And I feel like that not only helps drive you doing something that you love and that you're passionate about, but for the longevity of something to last way after than maybe a piece if it gets lost on a trip or whatever those things are. It's you have those memories that stay with you. How do you continue that intensity? I mean, not only 5, 6 years in now, but so many years prior.
Mhm.
Yes, you love what you do, but are there certain things that actually strive you to keep you moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. I think, look, when I opened the first store, even before, it was only me working. I was only feeding my mouth, right? I think at this point, we're so deep into it. And I'm not saying that is that is definitely a driving force for me or part of the driving force for me. My driving force is like my family. My driving force is the legacy for my dad, my grandma, grandpa. My driving force is like for my family, my sister. My driving force is for the kids that in one day, hopefully, I'm able to have. My driving force is also for the team. Like I said, there was a time when you were just feeding your own mouth and it's like, okay, if I don't have anything, it's fine, whatever, right? Like you're not worried about like waking up hungry because God has blessed you enough to be able to sustain that. But at this point, also, if I don't work hard, all these people who trusted me that I promised in the interview. Because I always say, like, even in an interview, when I'm interviewing my team, it's never like, okay, like, what can you do for me? But it also, where can I show up for you? How do I show up for you? Like, what is it that makes you happy? What it is, and even like after every meeting, I'm like, hey, like, can I do something for you? Can I be like, is there something that you're looking for me that I can help you? Is the workload a lot? How can I help you? So for me, it's also giving back and making sure they're fed. They're feeding themselves, but they're also feeding their families. Like, how dare I take a day off because X, Y, and Z? It's like, oh my goodness, like I have a team
Mhm.
that's relying on me. Um, and just being there for your community, being there for, I mean, I always think like, oh my goodness, who's going to do the piercings? Like, people are going to botch the piercings. I want to do it. Like, I need to do the piercings. Like, I want to be there. I want to be part of their, I feel like it's so much bigger than it's just a jewelry store. This, I always say, we're not in a jewelry business. This is not a jewelry store. It is so much bigger than that. And I hope people see it, my team sees it, it reflects. It's literally everything to me.
Mhm. Makes me almost emotional the way you speak about your business because it really shows like this is from your heart. This is from your soul. And, something that I found really interesting as we've had this conversation is that you speak to your faith a lot.
Mhm.
How has your faith helped impact you on this journey?
Oh my goodness, there's nothing that you can do without your faith. Like, nothing, 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 nothing. Oh my goodness, like a girl like me having a jewelry store, how is that possible? I don't get it. It is only possible because of God. It's only possible because God chose me also to be able to do what I do and what I'm able to bring to the table. I hope I am, but God is everywhere. God is, if you don't have God, like, who are you talking to? Oh my goodness, who's listening to you?
Uh-huh.
Like, those days when everything is wrong and everything is always wrong and everything is always right. But I feel like we speak a lot about God, but I feel like that's God. God is obviously talking to you. How would you know something is good or something is bad when you haven't lived it?
Mhm.
But if you believe in God and you believe He's guiding you because He's lived it, like He's also sees or knows where you need to go. So you need to just trust. There are a lot of times like I've made decisions where I'm like, God, I will give you one example. And, I don't ever talk about this, but there was a time when there was a big decision and I you know, weighed myself up like, should I do it? Should I not do it? The pros were so many pros. There were not a lot of cons. The con was only like, I don't feel right. I just don't know what it is. I don't feel right and I cannot explain it. But when I made that pre decision, you know how you say, like, yes, like shake hands, but the contract had not gone through. Um, it took every single day I did not sleep. Like, I could not sleep. I cried every single day because I couldn't justify saying no or backing out because there were no reasons to back out.
Mm.
But everything was, you see on the paper, you ask people and they're like, no, like that's such a good decision. You see other brands do it too, you know? Um, and I couldn't shake that feeling. I would go back and forth. What do I do? What do I do? Finally, after 3 months, I'm like, okay, I need to put, a stop in this misery. It's almost like an internal misery. Like, what do I do?
Mm.
And I would go to my, Jamaat Thana, which is a mosque, every single day. I'm like, pray to God, God, guide me. Please tell me what to do. And I would not get signs. I would not get signs till the day I said no. And I went to the mosque. And the first thing was playing was a prayer that was playing when I was a kid. And they never play that. Like, no. And they haven't played that in, like, I would say 30 years. I'm not even kidding. There's a specific prayer that they played, I'm like sobbing my eyes
Of
out.
course, yeah.
I feel like God also trains you to trust yourself. And I think in that moment was like, Natasha, even before stepping into this, you had told everyone you're just going it for the experience of that you're not going to say yes because you're not ready for it. This is not right for you, you know? So having those moments where God's like, hey, I have trained you for everything. This is the time that you trust yourself. You trust God, you trust yourself. And I think that moment was like, okay, you know what? I got this. Like, I know what I am. I know that I can make decisions. I can make big decisions. A lot are wrong, and that's okay. They're my decisions, you know? So just, yeah, just,
That's huge. And thank you for sharing that because truly, I mean, when you spoke to that, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna start falling right now listening to it. How do you continue to build that faith, but also that self-trust that you're speaking to so well about if you feel like that's not within you just yet?
faith is always within me. Like, that is something I would never question. I feel like no matter what, I mean, you know how people say like, oh, your family is always going to be there. Let's say like BurdLife's not there one day. Who knows, right? Whatever, BurdLife could probably live without me. I feel like as a brand, it's fine. I mean, not anytime soon, but I'm saying, let's say like if that even happens, with faith, how can you, like, that's me. Like, I'm nothing without my faith. I'm nothing. Like, my entire family, we sit and talk about faith and our memories and our memories with God and how where we were, and we talk about it every single day just because from where we were to where we are. I mean, that journey, we never forget it. We never let each other forget it because even on the highs, we're like, you remember where you were. You remember where you are. So never forget it. And we also don't forget it. Like, we're very much very, very, very humble people. Um, I mean, I don't even know how to answer that question.
Yeah.
I am nothing without my faith. And it will hopefully, I hope I am not ever without my faith. But no, like, I'm never without my faith.
Mhm. I love hearing that. And it's always, I think, such an important pillar of who we are as people that I feel like a lot of times we can forget as business owners, as friends, as daughters, as cousins, whatever. It is very tempting in life, I feel like, to go for the shiny thing, to find the lights, to find the action, to find the distraction. And what a beautiful reminder at the end of the day when we are on whatever path that we are on, it was most likely God given
Mm.
or not, most definitely God given. So thank you for that reminder, truly. Because I always speak to you're always exactly where you're supposed to be, even if it's not where you thought you were going to be, good or positive, positive or negative. I mean,
Yeah.
now I want to talk shortly because I know we're like wrapping up on time. I want to talk a little bit back to how do we deal with burnout in the process of doing something that we love? How do we once again put ourselves first, but also allow a support system to help us
Mm-hmm.
in this entrepreneurship
Mm-hmm.
journey?
Yeah. I would say having, I mean, I know I talk a lot about my family, my faith, but that is what it is. For me, it's like three pillars. It's God, my family, and then bird life. And I feel like if my mom always used to say, if you cut me open, I'm part of like these three things. But it's literally me. Burnouts, yeah, like you work a lot, but also what else is there to do? Right? Like we have work is yeah, like I work a lot, but I feel like everyone works a lot.
Mm,
You know, I have my my sister, my brother-in-law, my dad, my mom, my younger sister, my fiance, their parents, like we're all always working, but also people, everyone around us, like we're always working. My team's always working. We're supposed like also my faith. I will tell you. So there was this event that we had gone to. It's called the IPN Ismaili Professional Networking event that we had gone to and beginning of this year. And in that, basically, the leader of my community is this billionaire, she was talking about growing up. We had we had the mosque, and then in the mosque we went to pray. We went to school, and then we went back for evening classes to the prayer. And then during um summertime or during the weekend, we would clean the beaches, or we would pack food for the elderly, or the just basically our community and outside of the community. And then when we were not doing that, we were learning how to do taekwondo, and we were learning how to do swimming. We were learning how to be part of our community, and just we were always doing things.
All right. So we had such a beautiful flow going talking about this IPN that you were on.
Mhm.
I want to talk a little bit more about how BurdLife has shaped you today. Um, so now we're gonna walk back in. So talking about all of the pillars that have brought you to who you are and how you've shaped this brand and making sure that we don't burn out. I feel like there's so many things that have attributed to who you've become. But I also feel like you mentioned, BurdLife is a part of you.
Mhm.
You've built these pillars, you've built this incredible life for yourself, and you take care of yourself really well for building such an incredible business by not only supporting others, but using your community to help support yourself back, which I find so beautiful. And also, what I find in life too is that the more that we give out, the more that we
Just
receive
in abundance.
tenfold. My God. Um, so, how has bird life actually shaped you as a person
I
growing
feel
this
like
brand?
confidence. You know, um, I don't know if you dealt with it, but like in school, just coming in front of the entire class and saying anything, right? Oh my goodness, you're like shaking and you're nervous. And I think it wasn't till I had bird life and confidence in who I am and what my legacy is. And, you know, growing up, everyone's a doctor. And I think that's such a cliche thing, but it's so true for our community. Everyone's a doctor, everyone's something, and coming in as a creative person who wasn't interested in anything that the school really had to teach you, quite honestly.
You and me both.
Yeah, so coming from a background, and even my parents, like my family has always been part of like the creativity and doing. My mom's a designer, my dad was a builder, my dad had so just such an unconventional way, but also conventional way for them, because like that's all what I know. So seeing that, but also when you look outside, everyone's different, but in a good way. Like I love like how everyone has their own identity. I was just trying to find my identity. And finding this has really shaped everything. I always say like if you put me in front of the camera and all I have to talk about is, bird life, I can do it for hours. Like there's nothing else that I can talk about, because if you ask me anything else, I'm like, I don't know. Before life, I'm like, I got it. I got it.
No problem.
No problem. I can do it. But yeah, just confidence. I feel like also confidence in you, confidence in what you've built, and you built so well. I hope so. Um, and where it's going, and just passionate about like, the work that you do, the work is good. Just like taking a deep breath and be like, okay, you're good, but also like keep going. Like you cannot stop. So yeah.
No, I love that so much. And I feel like confidence is something that a lot of women struggle with specifically, just because the world we live in, it's so AI driven. There's so many filters. And now with all of the drugs that we have right now to like all the Ozempic, all those things. I mean, there's so many things
Mhm.
that are attributing to mental health for women. How would you recommend someone who has kind of a low self-confidence or low self-esteem to build that confidence within themselves?
I think that's a loaded question. I think it's just, I always say, and I always say this to every single person, it's like everyone around you is so mean and judgy and looking inwards and or outwards, looking for, how they say like when you point at someone, the other fingers are pointing at you. So just looking within, it's like people are always going to be mean to you and saying that you need to do the Ozempic, or you want to put a filter on, or you want to take your brand this way, or you're doing it wrong. And I will say, even before opening the store, I sat down with so many people and they're like, don't ever do a retail store. But what makes sense to you will only come from within you. But then also, you have to listen to yourself, who you are. Having people around you who will put you in the place too, which would put you like, okay, Natasha, like this was never you. Why do you even want to like have a thought like that? So I always say, like, people are always going to be mean to you. Why do you want to do that to yourself too? Make that make sense. Like, why are you also mean to yourself?
Hmm.
Yeah, like, as women and also men now, like, we've talked, I feel like guys are also really comfortable talking about themselves.
Yeah.
We all struggle with the same thing: mental health, weight, every single thing. I feel like end of the day, just having a strong sense of who you are, but then also having people who will put you in the right place. Like, Natasha, shut up. Like, you don't really need, you don't really need, what would I say, a filler. You really don't need, um, I don't even know, like, what people would say, but I'm not mean to myself. Like, I'm not. I freaking love myself. And that's only because of my family. Because the way they talk to me, the way um, you talk to yourself. And also just focus on work. Like, we don't need to worry about anything else. Just find a passion, work a lot. All the external things is like, gotta go,
Hmm.
gotta go.
Yeah, I could not agree more with you completely because I feel like sometimes when you almost have too much downtime, that
Yes.
allows those like thoughts, those,
I always say empty mind is a corrupt mind.
ooh,
Empty mind is a corrupt mind.
uh,
So if you have a lot of time to think, or, make up things in your head, or whatever it is, right? Scrolling, which I do a lot, but obviously your brain's gonna go somewhere.
so building BurdLife has been a crazy journey for you, starting from these market pop ups, consistently popping up in garages, doing all the things, now having two beautiful spaces. What do you think has been the most unexpected part of this journey for you?
I think the unexpected is definitely that the need for opening more stores.
Mm.
I feel like and I'm very much a spontaneous person. So, like, when I opened the first store, or when I started even jewelry, it was never in my head to ever do a retail store, ever. Not once, never.
Really?
Never, ever, ever. It wasn't till I was moving to this area in 2019. I remember I was moving with my younger sister. We were moving out. Um, it was Feb 14th, 2019. We were moving to this area and we were driving by, and I saw the MKT or the sign, and I was like, wait, what's coming here? Emailed them, had a meeting with them, and I'm like, wait, okay, like, I want to do a pop up. And they're like, no, we need a full on retail store. And I was like, okay, I want to do it. It was very much spontaneous. So the unexpected thing is always going with the flow. So now that we have the second store, just like the innate need of like opening more stores, you know? Um, and the places that people want us to be too. The demand for it, which is really good. It's always it's always good to feel like people want you and they want you to do their piercings or permanent jewelry and be in your area, in their area. The but yeah.
Oh my God. I love that so much. I feel like there's so many opportunities for you to grow, obviously, because there's so many cities that I
Mhm.
feel like
So
demand
city.
this type of community.
Yeah.
Once again, you've spoken to communities so well of how to create an experience in a retail space, it's not just jewelry, it's so much more than
It's so
that.
much fun that.
So, how have you started to bring in that community to the spaces that you currently have right
Mhm.
now?
I think also, if you think about it, doing pop-ups and having collaborations with smaller brands, and we are a very small brand, but also giving space for other brands to come and show. When we do piercings, I do remember we started doing piercings for Wednesdays. Like we do free piercings every Wednesday. What happened was Nashville 12 South is a very touristy place. So over the weekend, it's like crazy busy. You're not gonna get parking. So a lot of locals, when they would come in, they're like upset that they don't have parking. Where would they park? And they don't get to enjoy their services that other people do. And one of the customers was really upset. And I was like, you know what? For you, let me think what I can do. I do want to give back to this community and do something just for them. And I was like, wait, Wednesdays, how about we do? And Wednesdays usually like for retail a little bit slower. So I was like, okay, yeah. So I met with that customer, and that customer was a little bit upset about not being able to enjoy the services that other people can, and, seeing us on social media. So I was like, you know what? Let me think of a way we can give back to the community. Spoke with the team, and we're like, you know what? On Wednesdays, how about we do free piercings for our local community? We posted about it. We got a little cute matcha shop. Her name is Sage. Sage, shout out to Sage. We love you. Sage Coffee in HTX Houston. So yeah, we collaborated with her, and she showed up, went viral. We opened the store at 10 o'clock. Usually the Houston store is open from 11 to 6 that day. We did not get out of the store till 10 or 11 that night. And that is a testament to my team. Obviously, like, the customers, they were so patient, but we could have done the piercings the next day. Hey, don't worry about it. Go home. We'll do the piercing. But for my team to stay till 11 and cater to every single customer, I feel like just the unexpected when you asked, I feel like that's the most unexpected, that my team sees the vision too at this point, is as invested as I am. Cause those nights for me, I can work all day long. Like I'm okay. Like I'll survive, right? This is like my baby. Like I will be awake. I'll be working. I can sleep in the back. I don't care. But having a team to stay here till 11 o'clock and show up the next day. But that alone, stay here till 11 o'clock, make sure every single person, the last person got piercings. I just, that is, I think, the biggest accomplishment in my opinion. Yeah.
And I feel like that's the secret sauce to this entire life.
It's your people. They're nothing without your people. Hold on to those people, pour into them, invest in them, see where they are, meet them where they are, help them out too. It's not just me, me, me. How can you help me? And it's never been my motto. I'm very much like, I've never been a boss. Like, teach me, like, how to be a better boss. If I do something, tell me. But I'm not a boss. Like, I feel like that's nothing negative. I don't think there's anything negative with it. But it's like, they're my coworkers, we're just a team. Yeah.
Absolutely huge. It makes me so happy to hear these women-led entrepreneurs that are creating these incredible brands. It's it's a team effort. It's a beautiful way of, at the end of the day, yes, you are the face of the brand. But once again, the community level and drive that you have behind this brand is, I think, what makes it so special. And you can feel it the second you walk into this space that
So true.
you've created.
I will say one thing that we also do in the stores is whenever a customer walks out or right at the register, we're always like, hey, if you like this service, you want to leave us a review. May that be Brianna or Rodnisha or Lauren or, Izzy or whoever is like, hey, put my name in there. Why? Because yes, like maybe my face is on, actually, like the entire team's face is always on social media. They feel comfortable. We obviously ask them. But it's more about when people come in, they ask for like, hey, Brianna's there, hey, Rodnisha's there. They want to see them also. So I feel like it's me, but also it's them. Like they're the ones, they're artists. They're doing the piercings, they're doing permanent jewelry, they're styling. So it's very much about them and me and just, the people, everyone. Yeah.
So, what's next for BurdLife?
We're growing. We're opening Atlanta, so new state. We're opening Atlanta in October 29th. October 29th, we're opening. Um, and then fingers crossed, one more store this year.
Oh my God.
I can't announce, but my goal is to open 3 stores this year. Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable. Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you would love to share with anyone that's listening that is wanting to build their own brand, to grow in their confidence, to own a business, or to start something for themselves? Is there anything else that you'd want to share?
I will say, I think when I started the business, it was very much, when you start a business, everyone's like, hey, like, you find mentors, you find external help a lot of the times, which is good, which is so good. You find guidance, which is so good. But end of the day, if you only follow what other people did, you will only go far as they have gone, in my opinion. But if you stop for a second and look inwards and ask God and let God guide you and ask, who am I? Where do I want to go? Because I bet you I don't want to go where other people are going. Like that is not my goal. I don't want to go there. I want to go where I'm supposed to go. And how will I find that? By just showing up, working even a little bit every single day in the beginning, but showing up and working every single day. And like I said, anytime you have an idea, act on it, because with the time that we live in, everything is so fast, but just keep the wheels turning. Don't doubt yourself. Keep working. Look for, like, you got this. I feel like just look inwards, listen to yourself, listen to who you are. We have everything within us. Like, we got this. Just trust yourself. That's what I would say. Just trust yourself.
I love that. Truly, so, so much. Natasha, thank you so much. This has been such a gift to be able to have this conversation with you. Where can people find you if they want to learn more about your story, to learn more about BurdLife? Tell us everything.
So my handle is Natasha Dadwani. And then obviously BurdLife. It's BurdLife Official, BurdLife, on all platforms, just social media. But also, honestly, not gonna lie, if you want to see me, come to one of our stores. I'm always there. I'm always working. So come to the store. May that be Houston, may that be Atlanta, may that be Nashville, may that be, the other 10 stores. I promise you, if I'm not working one place, I'm working at the other. So you'll find me. You'll find me on my foot, working, piercing. I'm on the floor.
Doing all the things.
I'm doing it all.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
This was amazing.
This was so fun. Thank you so much.